Hey dumplings, it's David Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into Jungkook setting up RM with a wife. Sort of. I definitely want to talk about it. It's a really fun one. I also want to get into the time when Jungkook got into a little bit of trouble with Big Hit. Or maybe a lot of trouble. I think this is actually a very inspiring story. It's actually a pretty funny one too. We'll talk about it. We'll get into the tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now let's get into it. So this is one that I found out recently and it's super cute and funny. So if you did not know, BTS recently had a 2-day concert. No, this was not an in-person concert, obviously. We can't do those in 2020. But it was an amazing virtual concert. They had seemingly broken so many records with 1 million live viewers attending a concert, which I don't think has ever happened before. The concert obviously had a lot of effort kind of put into it. BTS hadn't held a concert in quite some time. And even at the concert, they were talking about how much they missed this. Like them performing and all that stuff. And of course, they were excited to do a concert again. And as you can probably imagine, they likely gave it their all in their performance because they don't know when they'll be able to do this again. I'm definitely super excited for their B album and definitely pretty curious on how they're going to go about touring that. What are you going to do? More virtual concerts? If it is virtual concerts, I am all here for it. It's actually very smart to do that. Big Hit has the big brains. There's no travel costs for the boys. There's also no travel costs to us armies. We don't have to go over there, rent a hotel or whatever. And you get more people to your concert or to your show. People who wouldn't normally be able to make it will make it. So it's definitely a great idea, I think. But in this particular concert, there were a few things that happened that I definitely want to talk about. You had BTS kind of opening up. You had Jimin kind of crying. It was a whole thing. You had to be there for it. You wouldn't understand unless you were there. But if you did not make the concert, now if you did not make the concert or didn't know, Big Hit actually had a lot of screens kind of surrounding BTS. And on those screens, you had a bunch of different armies on there. You could like cheer, you could like interact, you could do whatever you want, and you would be seen on those screens in the live concert. I mean, BTS was looking into some people's bedrooms. Y'all had some intimate moments. Very romantic. I mean, they'll see all of the posters in my bedroom. They'll see lipstick all over BTS's posters. I mean, they'll just see my boring bedroom. There's nothing else there. There were many moments in the concert where Jungkook kind of stared at the screens for a long time to kind of really like see armies, you know what I mean? Those were moments where Jungkook wanted to acknowledge us, and they were of course trying to interact with armies. Jungkook decided to bring RM a little bit closer to see the madness. Jungkook brought RM closer and actually ended up pointing to the screen. Obviously at this time, Jungkook didn't talk about it. No one knew exactly what they were pointing at. Why was Jungkook bringing RM closer to the screen? To see what? Turns out it was someone's bedroom. And this was later found out on Twitter. Someone actually came out and revealed that they were the one that Jungkook and RM were looking at. Lucky woman. And this person apparently had BTS posters all around their bedroom. I mean, relatable, right? And even held a sign that said, "Will you marry me, RM?" She shot her shot. Jungkook of course wanted to make sure that RM saw that. Get RM to know that he was being proposed to. Maybe get RM to answer, you know, Jungkook playing little matchmaker, kind of forcing the two together. And likely RM wouldn't have even seen it if it wasn't for Jungkook. But RM's response was nothing that we could hear, obviously. But it was followed by him walking away, far away from this particular army. I would have been crushed. You see my soul? It would be like that. But maybe that means I just try harder on the next fan meet. I'd hold a bigger sign. That was the problem. The sign wasn't big enough. RM was like, pfft. Tiny sign, tiny love, no marriage. But big sign. I am joking, of course, but I do hope that things like this actually end up making their day. Obviously, RM couldn't publicly say yes. He'd make all the other armies jealous. Also, Army knows that we're married, so he can't publicly cheat. But for sure, it's always amazing to be loved. I imagine BTS feels the love all the time. I'm sure you can't get too many marriage proposals. I definitely wanted to see what people thought about this. This little Jungkook setup marriage proposal thing. One person on the tweetster wrote, "No need to worry, honey. He just being too shy because someone asked to marry him. We can always use another person in the marriage." And if he receives 30 million proposals, he's bound to say yes to one of them. But is he just not going to get married to another person? Shoot your shot, babe. It's funny because obviously that person was a little bummed that RM didn't say yes. However, RM did actually notice her again. So she got noticed twice. That's almost just as good. Y'all having children at this point. It's like the same. There was a part where RM was singing a song and he ran up to the screen at which the army still had the sign up. So he definitely noticed her twice. So there is fact there that if you propose, you will be noticed twice. I'm kidding. But BTS always does try really hard to notice everyone, to remember everyone, especially people who put in a lot of love and a lot of effort into loving BTS. My heart Another person on the Tweetster, they wrote, "Am waiting to propose RM when he comes to India matter what definitely am going to propose him on the stage itself." Basically, what I imagine this person is trying to say is that when RM goes to India, they will jump on the stage and propose to RM. And right, you just might as well. Get up on that stage, propose. I mean, it will probably be some time before you actually get to end up seeing them in person again, so you might as well take advantage. Joking aside, don't actually go up on that stage and propose. It's dangerous for you and for BTS, and you'll probably get kicked out of the venue. But Jungkook is always looking for armies for love, and we definitely try to show it to him, and of course to the other members of BTS as well. We always try our best to make sure they really see our huge love, our huge purple heart for them. Jungkook deserves it a lot, because he is of course super hardworking and super handsome. And I think he needs to take a moment to realize the awesome stuff that he's accomplished. Back in kind of his debut days, around kind of the first or second album, Jungkook made sure to give a lot to his performances, to his work, to of course the company, and of course made sure he was good in shows and his music videos. It's particularly important during come-up times to make sure your music videos are on point. And they were definitely preparing for one of the earlier albums when this happened. They had to practice their choreography non-stop, while also preparing for a new album. This means they likely didn't get much sleep. Jungkook spoke about this and talked about how he would take short naps in the bathroom. So I guess he would just rush off to the bathroom and then fall asleep in the bathroom stall for maybe 10 minutes. Which is very sad to think about, actually. But if you don't know how hectic it is when it's comeback season or that sort of thing, let me give you an idea of how bad it can be. A lot of singers, and I mean a lot of singers, are severely sleep deprived. This is why you always hear of celebrities fainting or in the hospital for exhaustion. It happens. Normal people, obviously, we're not as sleep deprived, but also we can understand that you don't get much done in a day. But singers really don't get much in a day. Like a day in the entertainment industry might as well just be a minute. Because everything takes a long time to do. It's 15 hours just to set up all the equipment. And it's also definitely rare for singers to prepare, i.e. choreography and things like that, within just a day. It could happen, but usually it takes a few days for a singer to learn the choreography. So a week passes by, you're working tirelessly as the singer trying to learn this choreography and song, and you've learned 2 songs, and you have 14 more to go. So as you can see, they're probably very busy. Let alone filming a music video. This takes a really long time, which is why singers have to wake up so early for it, just so they can get as much done as possible while the sun is still up. And I can totally understand how tired Jungkook must feel. Maybe he feels like he needed to run away to go to the bathroom for naps. However, one time when the performance director found out that Jungkook was kind of sneaking away to take naps, I don't know how he found out, he rushed into the bathroom and yelled, "Hey, come out." To be honest, I would have just yelled, "Hey, I'm taking a dump," like a big one and it's stuck in there. So I'm gonna need about 7 to 8 hours alone in my bedroom, on my bed, and preferably from midnight to 8 a.m. Obviously, all the other members could relate to this too. They could empathize and totally understood the idea of being tired. But a thought actually came to my head that Jungkook was very young. So I don't know how bad it could have been for him, because when I was younger, I did have a lot of energy and I definitely didn't need to take naps all the time. Or so I thought I had a lot of energy, and then someone told me one day that I walk like a zombie. So maybe never mind. I wanted to see what other people were saying on the Tweetster. One person wrote, "No, Jungkook said when they were low on sleep during their rookie days, they took short naps in the bathroom and the instructor said, 'Hey, get out.' This made me so emotional." I totally agree. Very emotional to hear, but also very inspiring to know. Just that they worked so hard just to really make their careers happen. Nothing worth happening is going to happen overnight and continue to be successful for many, many years. BTS is a very good example of never giving up on your dreams, never stop working hard on your dreams, and doing what you love can result in paying off. And apparently not getting a lot of sleep either. Oh, and also being kind. You can't forget being kind to people, so be kind. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. As always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over there and check out my Patreon content, I have a lot of exclusive content over there that I can't post on here because it will get blocked or copyrighted or that sort of thing. So I keep it over there on my Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. There's things like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that stuff, even recommend things over there. I also have a new In the Soup episode that'll be coming out tonight, so you can go ahead and check that. Link is in the top of the description down below. Also, anything you contribute over there gives back to this channel and all that stuff. I have a video over there explaining that. There's 2 videos that will appear on the screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those videos. I'll see you over there. Bye.